Hey, welcome back to Cardians Rural, where we left off last time.
Where we've had no technical difficulties.
No technical difficulties.
None
Everything only
whatsoever.
goes good. Everyone's friends here. Anyway, so the group dropped from a well into a less well place. There's trees and light, and everyone got a message on their phones. Hey, we're gonna do that now. We for some odd reason already have all these initiatives pre-rolled because that's how on point we are.
What?
We're so good, you
My
guys.
God, we're prepared.
The
Recognition.
most ready players.
It's like we're professionals.
We're basically psychic.
We're
basically
not
psychic
starting
at
3
this
hours
point.
late.
No, it's fine.
All
Don't
right.
worry about it.
Took us
Alright.
3 hours to roll these initiatives.
Theo, you haven't heard this message before. This is brand new, and also you're listening. Okay.
Hey, it's Candy over in Boston. We wanted to call and give you an update on what's going on and all the progress we've made here. So, just letting you know that we've been working really close on getting able to be in a better state so we can get him sent on over to you and you guys can take it from there. He is still not being exactly cooperative, and we're doing what we can. We've moved him into a separate area. He is no longer with his previous individuals in which he was dorming with. We're talking to him every day. We're trying to get him at least some bit of accustomed to everyday life again. But you must understand that with that means that we have to still understand protocol and follow everything we can to make sure that the general populace is also safe while still getting him accustomed in some way, shape, or form to what he is going to be facing when he transfers over. And so, just wanted to give you a quick call back and let you know what's going on. He's excited to see you. And we've definitely seen a sort of shift, but he's showing a lot of the same problems in which he was showing before. Delusions and all that, extreme paranoia. And we still have trouble with him trusting and not being cooperative. But we gave you our word, we gave you our promise, and we're going to stick to it for you. If you need any more answers, or if you are wanting to get a question, you feel free to call the Cardians Boston Division. You have our number over on your dial, I believe, and I will be on hand whenever you need me. So there was a quick update, and hope you have a great time. Thank you, and bye-bye.
Also, you guys are free to still vocally react. Like, even if it's quiet, it's all good.
Hope you're not dying.
Hope you have a good time, she says, as we're in the hedge getting chased by a giant monster made out of fear.
Made out of fear.
My favorite.
Yeah, do not worry, guys. You're okay to still like vocally react and stuff. Otherwise, it's just a quiet pit, and I don't want you guys to have to feel like you have to live in the quiet pit.
But we are in a quiet pit.
This is our home now. It's where you've sent us, Bree.
All right. But yeah, to clarify, all phones are playing on speaker because Brianna wants that good drama.
Oh.
Oh boy.
Oh.
Oh no.
Oh boy.
Nobody has choices here.
Wait, that's not how that works.
Hedge magic.
Hedge
Yes,
head.
but
I
we
imagine
turn
that
our
they all
phones
kind
on
of
at the edge.
went off and only
went
they're
off
doing it in
in
nice
order?
order. Shh.
Henderson's not waiting to listen to Theo's shit before he turns his on.
Don't worry, story purposes.
Story purposes.
Thanks, Henderson. You care so much.
Shit.
This is probably his child, Theo, his blood child.
Oh,
Adopted
okay.
child.
I see. I'm not important anymore.
All right. So, River,
Oh boy.
Here's some baggage to unpack.
You hear the sound of your father
Oh good.
come out from the other line, and to say the least, he doesn't sound happy.
River Hathaway, I do not know what possesses you to call in the middle of the night when previously we have arranged for you to call when I am awake. What is this about moving from Canada, from this lab that I paid for? Is there a reason for this? What is it going to do now? Are you renting it out? Are you making a profit? Or are you putting my resources, my hard-earned money to waste? Absolutely ridiculous is what that is. And to where? Ah, yes, the absolute hub of scientific discovery, Wisconsin! Specifically, 5489 Highline Drive, Carlsville, Wisconsin. I looked it up. I've done my research. It doesn't exist. It is nothing. I'm sure your study of wolves will go fantastically.
Oh my god.
If you haven't discovered yet, I am being facetious. What in God's name has possessed you to move here? What about all the other things we've arranged? I will not have my heir diddling about idly for nothing. You are to call me 3 days exactly from now at 12:35, and we are going to be working out this new area and what you are doing specifically. Do you understand me, River? I am not going to have you running off like your brother and doing as you please, not with my money. Then, as I said, 12:35. We will discuss. Until then, ta-ta.
And then there's another voicemail afterward.
I believe I missed my call.
Look at that. You've gotten me so upset I forgot the reason I've called. Money has been transferred. New currency. I hope you're happy. Use it for the time being. And give me that call. I am expecting it exactly as stated. Alright. For real this time. Ta-ta.
All of us immediately just go, now we know where she gets it from.
Are they all just playing automatically? Or
Yes, for story reasons.
okay.
Hedge
Like
story.
hedge magic. It's a cascade of phones. It's like one bips and then the next one goes off.
It's like phone tag, only with
River
each
hung up
phone.
halfway through.
No, she didn't.
Okay.
She's actually trying to find what date it is.
Oh, you're looking up what date that was from?
Yes.
All right. You look up what date that phone message is from. And River, remind me, what day had you called your father?
Oh, geez, that was the, What time did we go to the hedge after the big night of the hedge beast thing?
February 8th.
We had
Actually-
like
No, it was
two.
before that.
It was a couple days in between when
I imagine this happened. Well, he clearly
February
called back
2nd.
while we were in the hedge.
It would be
It'd
February
after
3rd.
that.
So this was from the day after you called, or the morning after, as it would be in the UK.
Hey.
And so probably February 4th.
And well, we have no idea. What day did we go into the hedge?
The 8th?
Y'all
February 7th or 8th.
y'all went in the hedge February 8th.
Oh, she would have already responded, wouldn't she?
You
I
have
have-
never heard this voice message before.
Wisconsin reception. Sure.
Apparently worse than the hedge from another dimension.
All right.
And there's
Henderson.
a
Indy explode.
You can
My
taste the
child.
anxiety.
It's
Oh,
even
it's like
better
a-
because I have to go and like pluck them out one by one, so it takes even longer.
Inky vibrates. Give me my son.
All right, Henderson, there are 3 voicemails on your phone. Also, River, you note that there is one other voicemail. We will get to that one.
Oh.
Your pilot.
Yeah.
the mere mention of 3 voicemails causes Inky to explode.
It's her son.
All right.
It's my dad's son.
It's my dad's son, everybody.
It's the whole reason for Henderson to exist.
In the meantime, while I look for things, how is Theo doing and how's River doing as I am plucking these out? Points gone.
Oh.
Why do you just like to point guns at everything?
Because no one cooperates unless I have a gun.
You say that now.
Let me just roll a resolve, composure, and seeing the date.
She's just like,
she-
oh, bummer.
She seems all right on the outside.
It was at that moment that River realized she fucked up.
Everything's fine. She's not even slightly bothered.
Oh, shit,
That's
we're
right.
allowed. All right, so
Everything's
Henderson,
covered up. It's fine.
you listen to the first 2 voicemails.
Hey Dad, it's Hawthorne. I am allowed to make another call while the nurse isn't here. And I just wanted to say hi. I'm glad that you and Mom came by. And we got to go see the movies. That was a lot of fun. Are we going to be able to do it again? And are you busy? Because I could maybe convince her to let us do it again next week. I think I'm okay. I think I'm healed enough where they'll let me do it. Because they were talking about maybe me being able to be taken home with and live with you, and I can see you, everyone, and I can get to see you, and I can see Theo and Mom, and we can all do stuff, and maybe I don't know. What's it like there? Is it gonna be cool? Am I gonna live in like a new house? Are we gonna go home? Is there gonna be cookies? Will I be able to stay up past my bedtime? I'm excited. I'm really, really excited, and I just want to say hi, and I love you. I love you. And I'm tired. Alright, see you later, Dad. Call me whenever you can, okay? Bye. Hey, Dad. It's Hawthorne. I just wanted to call. I should have said bye before you went into the hedge, but I didn't know what to say. I'm staying safe. I'm with Miss Liz. And I'm gonna be looking after her. Because she needs me. Just like she looked after me when I needed her. And I hope your team's looking after you. Just like you look after them. And I want you to be safe. And all that. And I'm gonna be useful when you're gone. Love you. I'm sorry that I didn't say so before you leave. Bye.
So Henderson,
Yes.
Oh, was that it? I thought there was another
there
one.
is one more like River, and we'll get back to it.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
You're gonna get extra double yelled at now, Henderson. I hope you're taking care of the friends. I hope they're all taking care of you. Meanwhile, Henderson, kill me.
And- Oh my God, River and seeing the date that
Top tier gift choice. That's top tier. Well done. That's good.
Top tier shit post.
Which, by the way, what current date does our phone say? Because if they suddenly updated, then
the current date your phone says is. Current date your phone says is the 16th.
oh no!
Oh God.
All of us all at once. Fuck.
I think the best part about
And
that
when
was
did
that
we
you
go
said,
in?
"Oh God," in River's voice.
This River.
Like she looked at her phone, she's like, "Oh shit, oh God."
When did we go in?
The
The
8th. So it's
So
been
it's been 8
roughly a
days.
week. Yeah.
Hmm.
And the first one was from a couple days after you and Julian Hawthorne for Henderson. After you guys
Yeah.
went. I
Yeah, I
when that
remember
was.
the movie. Yeah.
The other one is from the 8th.
Oh. He called you right after you left.
We said goodbye.
He was like hiding in his room though. He didn't come out.
All right,
Feels-
Henderson and everyone else, whoever wants to talk about how their characters are feeling or if anyone's doing any actions while I pull up Lemons' voicemails.
Ah.
Oh man!
Lemons, there are
Multiple?
8.
Oh my
Oh,
God.
sorry, there are 6.
Okay,
One a
guys.
day. It
I,
makes sense.
The
guys, I
day
get
that we learn about Mama Lemons.
Guys, I get the feeling that this is just gonna continue. So while it does, if everybody who's hurt, Henderson, Sal, could form an orderly queue.
You may do heal rolls while I
Henderson gets escorted by Theo over to Natalie.
Also, anybody else, if you're banged up or whatever. Yeah. This is for the antidote because Theo is insistent.
I'm gonna make a roll right now
Hey.
for no expression, okay?
All right, do that ahead of time. I'm proud of you.
That's
Lemons knows what's coming.
that's enough for my 2 lethal 1 bashing. Yes,
That is 2 lethal 1 bashing, correct?
that's what I got.
Resolve composure, right?
That is correct.
Can I get some emotional detachment up in here?
Sure.
Fuck yes. That's what, +2?
Sure.
Awesome.
No, that just means you don't take penalties in high
Slapped
stress.
hand. Shh.
Okay, here we go. He is detached from his 3.
Let me know when I get to roll that empathy.
Who are you empathying on?
Not yet. That's after we get to hear Mama Lemons begging her son to talk to her.
We're all friends here. All right. Lemons,
Oh
you
boy.
have 6 voicemails. All of them are from varying times.
6? I thought it was 8.
6.
There may-
Six.
You said
It was
8.
6. I thought I recorded more.
You're not being a secret goblin, are you?
Me, a secret goblin heifer.
No, never. Clearly.
I've never been secretive in my life. But anyway. There are 6 voicemails from varying times, some varying from a couple days after you first arrived in Carlsville to up to at least 4 weeks ago is I think the latest one. Or there might be one a little bit later. You'll be able to tell from
Earlier, you
context.
mean?
Yeah. Earlier.
Okay.
No, not earlier, as in more recent.
Oh.
Anyway, here's Wonderwall.
Hi, Guy. Giving a call. I saw that I missed one from this number, and I just wanted to see how you're doing. So if you give me a call back, I'll keep my phone on throughout the day. It's Mom. 225-3006. Alright, love you. Bye-bye. Hey, Guy, it's Mom again. 225-3006. Thanks. Talk to you soon. Bye. Hey, Guy, it's Mom. 225-3006. Just giving another call, seeing how you're doing. I hope your day was nice. It's getting cold here. You know how it is. January. It's a new year. New you. My resolution was to try to work out more and get in shape. This is stupid. Hey, Guy. It's Mom. This is your phone, right? You answered, but then hung up, and we must have lost connection. Must have been connection. 225-3006. I'll talk to you soon. Right? I'm sorry. Bye-bye. Guy, please. I knew you just called. I just answered it. We must have lost connection. Please call back. 225-3006. It's Mom. It's Mom. Come on, please. Please. I know you answered. Please. I love you. Hey, Guy, it's Mom. 225-3006. Happy birthday. 36th, right? I just wanted to give you a call. I hope you've had a great day so far, and I hope you're getting a bunch of presents from all your friends. I love you. Happy birthday. 225-3006. Bye-bye.
And that's where you run out of messages.
We talk about the fact that Lemons was like a stone cold bitch the entire time those were playing.
Except, hello. Are you ready?
Bring it.
Deploys the missile.
Bring
hello,
it.
it's me.
Deploy empathy.
Bring it,
Deploy
you
Theo.
empathetic bastard.
Lemons rips his shirt open. Come on!
Oh, you made it.
How does Lemons react?
I have to resist you now because not reacting to that is different than trying to resist your empathy, right?
Yep.
Oh no.
Okay, so here we go, Theo.
Reroll.
No.
Roll, re-roll.
You have
re-roll,
-2,
re-roll.
remember, because of my mask.
Oh, okay. Let
My
me -2 it.
Oh.
Re-roll.
No!
Re-roll. Pick up more power. My power
Nice
only
fucking job,
increased.
Lemons. You made him crit. You let him in, didn't you?
You're the one that let me in.
Oh shit. I'm thinking I might force you to reroll.
You're gonna blow a willpower.
What a shit.
Tempted.
You're such a
Do it.
shit, Lemon.
Do it.
Oh shit! I realized I was unmuted this entire time. God damn it.
I gotta check my willpower, and then we're gonna see if I'm gonna force you a reroll.
Motherfucker.
Oh shit, I accidentally closed roll 20.
Huh. Come on, where's rural? Where is it? I need it. Guys, I can't find my rural page.
You can't find your blue page?
Found it.
You did.
Proud of you.
Thanks.
You have all your willpower, apparently.
You do.
I do.
You do have all your willpower.
It's
yeah.
because he fulfilled his virtue.
That's right.
Oh, you motherfucker.
That's right. Reroll.
Fuck
Shit.
you!
Shit.
Ooh, I'm only
What?
marginally less powerful.
Damn it.
You fucking let him in.
No.
Destroyed.
You could always
Destroyed.
you could always force another reroll.
I think I can only do it once a turn, so.
I've seen Charles cycle through his entire willpower.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
No, we're
Secrets are
What
secrets
happens
for a
when you
reason.
you're in. But it's not a crit anymore, damn it.
It's close enough. How is he feeling?
No, it's just against your complete failure.
Okay, he's got a couple things he's feeling. So, no guilt, really, ever, at all. That ain't one of them.
Wow.
Nice lemons.
However, he has, maybe it seems like hesitance or whatever, because he has considered actually saying something.
Instead of just calling his mom and hanging up.
Exactly. And there was some trying not to laugh because he found it kind of funny that she kept repeating her number.
Horrible. You horrible man.
Curiosity over her and the whole time thing, but also just the calls.
Curiosity, you say Theodore.
Oh no!
Okay. Just resolve composure immediately.
Okay. Sorry, continue.
Yeah, those are the main three, I guess. He doesn't feel guilty about what he does. Although, yeah. Yeah, I think
you
it's
go.
pretty much doesn't feel guilty, but there's lingering, not concern, but stuff.
And then the next one y'all get to hear from is actually from your good residential boy Lalo. He has
Lalo.
Lalo.
Right.
Right.
Lalo. Lalo.
Hey, Mr. Lollipop, do you hear me ringing? I've called about 1,000 times, but this time I'm singing. How's the day out there in the hedge? I figured you could. Shit, I lost the beat. Whatever. Hey, Lollipop, it's Danny. I don't know. Last time I heard from you, which was a couple months, you were pretty down. And so, just wanted to, give you another call. I know how the hedge eats phones, so don't know if you're gonna hear this, but you just heard my new hit single, which is called Danny Sings. So, give me a call sometime. I hope you're doing well. Be tall. Be a tree. They can't find you if you're a tree. And next time I hear from you, I can tell you about the invisible man and the dog that we just dealt with last week. It's gonna be awesome. Alright. Talk to you later, boy. Bye. Mwah.
Did it end for Alia?
Yeah,
Yep.
she's amazing.
Natalie swoons.
Raise his eyebrow to Invisible Man and the dog.
Oh.
It's just dog.
Is it an invisible dog? Natalie, please.
And then Nick has graced you all with back-to-back NPC initiatives. So
Hey.
Hey, Lamar.
oh, you guys get Aisha's also.
Morning, dear. I'm giving you a call in relation to Junior. Have you heard anything from him? He's blocked me. Can't get in contact with him, can't call him, nothing. You know how strained he's in our relationship is. He's still angry about me not being around. I need you to call him or talk to him. Make sure he's having a good time. Just relate how he's doing. And he knows I care about him, and he knows that I'm sorry I can't be there. You know how it is. We're both part of Guardians. I'm unfortunately the one that had to move. Just he's my son too, Aisha, and he's drifting. I don't know what to do. If you can get him to unblock me and call me so we can talk, I'd really appreciate it. I love you. I love you very, very much. I love both of you. You know that.
Hello, Aisha. It's good to hear from a friend. I got the message, and I'll get ahead to trying to head over as soon as possible. I might be a little delayed. There's a couple of things I have to settle with. You know, I haven't been part of Guardians in quite a time, so it'll be a bit. I'll have to pack my things, if you will, and I will get over. I don't think I have the address. Again, I'll have to get that from you when you are available. But I'm happy to make my way over, especially if it's a trying time of need. And you need some experience on the team. I am certainly no fighter anymore, as you know. But they could use a therapist, as you mentioned, and I'm always happy to listen. So, as I said, I'll get a plane as soon as possible. Give me a call so I can get the exact address, and I will be there when you need me. All right, have a good one. Goodbye.
And those are Aisha's.
Hmm.
Oh. Oh.
Hmm.
Oh.
Nice hands. I'm sorry.
Go ahead, and those who are looking either at, is anyone doing anything with Lalo or Aisha? Do I need to roll any resolve composures against empathies, or am I good
You want
here?
some more empathies?
Oh,
I'm
sure,
not
why
asking
not?
you for empathies, but I'm just saying.
Nope.
All right.
Nat is more focused on Sal at the minute.
Wait,
and
that's
she
not
was
my
in
empathy
co-
roll. Sorry, go ahead.
Henderson's gonna empathy Aisha, at least at that first message.
That was wrong.
I want an empathy to see if I can beat lemons.
Right.
I crit
Okay,
failed that.
I got
don't
two.
understand what's going on.
That
Theo
was-
is
failed
just
an
kind of
empathy?
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Theo is just kind of looking from person to person. So here's 2 empathies for you. Here's Lalo, and
All
here's
right.
Aisha.
Gotcha. Let me roll quick.
Lemon's made a success.
He has 4 dice now.
All right. You both are looking at. You both look at Lalo and you can't read him
That was for
through
Aisha,
the
by the way.
mask. Those who got 1 success for Aisha, please reroll.
Oh.
Nice.
All right. Everyone that isn't Theo, please reroll.
Oh.
Oh.
I
Good
hate
job.
this. I got 3
Oh, wait,
ones
sorry.
in a row. Fuck this.
1.
All right. Henderson and Theo. You guys are looking at Aisha, and she doesn't look troubled. If anything, it's more of you look at her and you see she's already looking at you like, oh, you just heard that. And she just kind of gives you this look of, we'll talk about it later.
Yes, but what was she feeling towards the message?
She seems fine.
Okay.
It was probably an old message or an old conversation.
Well, in Henderson's estimation, one should feel slightly guilty about estranged father-son. There should be some emotion there, not just, okay.
Not just I've dealt with it already.
You cannot tell that she is overly troubled.
Okay.
Just that there is a we'll talk about this later arrow.
Yeah, there's
over.
just kind of like a Zooms in.
She's more concerned about people hearing the message than she is in the actual
content
message.
of the message.
Yeah. Natalie,
Hi.
you have 3 messages.
Oh, good. I know who one of them's from, probably, but I don't know who 2 of them might be from, but still.
All right, so
Good morning, Natalie. I just wanted to give you a call in relation to the court case we are both attending, in which, as you may have known, it's been pushed off several times,
shit.
and I have no idea what sort of bureaucrats you have working for you, but this is preposterous.
Oh,
This
shit.
was scheduled for months ago, and it keeps getting pushed back, and my husband deserves justice. I do not want to settle. As your lawyers have reached out, I do not want to make this quiet. You should be here in court, and I am expecting so. I am filing a complaint. I am getting this pushed forward, and I have no idea what you are doing to be able to put this back, but you need to stop, and you need to face this. You are being childish, you are being a coward, and I demand, because I have this right, I demand that you show up and stop pushing this back. Hello, Miss Natalie. My name is Damien Fritz, attorney at law. Your case has been recommended to me by Mr. Matthew Helling Sr., and it looks like you are needing an attorney to represent you in court. I wanted to extend myself as one of those potential people to represent you. I come with the services you have, and so it's already prepaid. You do not need to worry about that. Feel free to give me a call. My phone number is 773-487-9984, and we can get your case sorted out, and this will be a win for you, my dear. So don't worry about that. Give me a call, and let me know what you'd like to do decision-wise, who you'd like to have represent you. I know that I am just one of a couple options, but the sooner we have this sorted out, the better. All right, hope to hear from you soon, and you have a great day. Stay safe. Thank you, and bye-bye.
And there is one other message in which we will get to in a bit.
Oh.
when are they from?
One of them is from your angry friend.
Mm-hmm.
Is from a month ago.
Right. Okay.
The lawyer is from a little bit after you had spoken to Hellings originally.
Okay.
Hey, Natalie.
Hi.
I want to know what's going on right now.
Who? Former Q. Who?
There's a Lemons, there's a Theo, there's a Tomo.
Jesus fuck. They're just surrounding her. Okay.
Get her.
And Henderson heard that, but he may be zoning out right now.
Henderson heard that, but it's just like, oh, this is just stuff from when she got dragged in that hasn't been,
resolved. Hey,
Yeah.
Henderson, do you want an empathy?
Ooh.
It's too late. It's too late. You didn't do it.
Not too late.
Oh,
Not too late. Do you
Henderson.
want an empathy?
Henderson,
So-
nope.
Here you go.
I have gotten 4 ones.
One second.
You have, Nick. Oh my god, I'm so sorry.
That's how much I roll.
God.
Wow.
Is it composure subterfuge or result composure? We always do.
Empathy.
We always do result composure.
Yeah.
Resolve composure.
It's res comp.
Oh my god!
Well,
Bastard.
Inky just became a bird.
She was already the cowbird, but like
Yep.
now
so.
it's fucking.
Henderson,
it's
you are
set in
hiding
stone.
yourself. You are stealing
you
yourself
are.
away.
The
As
ghost of Poe.
Got right away from my problems and never shared them ever.
yep,
Stop
just
doing
run away
that,
from those
Henderson.
problems. Just run. As for the needle,
Actually, Henderson's method is wallow in his problems and do nothing to solve them.
Henderson, please.
So Tomo, Nat is upset. Theo and Henderson, I believe, yeah. Wait, no, is Henderson empathying at Nat? I don't know.
No, he's not.
Oh, okay. Theo, Nat is like upset and confused, particularly about the first one. Like, she doesn't seem to much care about the second. Lemons, she is like generally upset, but like if you want to break it down, there's guilt, extreme guilt. There's there's melancholy. There's frustration at self. There's frustration at something else, and it seems to be like kind of projected more kind of outward, but targeted as well. You're not quite sure what it's at, but you get the feeling that it's because of something that was said in there, and that she wasn't expecting to hear.
Okay.
But other than that, just generally kind of, it's like you've just watched her just sort of crumble a bit. But yeah.
And while she is crumbling,
Yep.
Sal!
Hi, Sal.
No one can call Sal.
Sal, you have a message from an unknown caller.
Zoom.
It is time.
It's Bastet.
Yep.
No.
Just hear fucking.
It's the original Bastet.
That's a good one, Julie. Keep that one for the books, okay? I'll be right with the rest of you. I have a call I need to make. Alright. Soon. I'll be there. Hello. This is Barbados Santos. But you, little hero, may only know me as Dad. I have no idea what to say. But I know that I need to make this message for you
because you deserve answers. And you will be getting them. You will be getting them, Sal. But before we see each other face to face, I figured you could probably use a little bit of a heads up before you're thrown into the thick of it. It has been many years, and I am sure that entire time you've become just the person that I thought you would be, strong and brave and heroic. And I've heard many great things from Aisha. I asked her to find you when I heard that you were part of Guardians, and I asked her to keep you safe so that we could maybe meet again and have one hell of a reunion. And I would be mad at me too if I was you. And when we meet up, when I see you, the first punch is on you, Mr. Club. I won't be mad. What I'm saying is I will not be mad. And I hope you're not mad either. Before you ask, or I guess a precursor in case you do ask, your mom did not know, and she can't know. As far as she's concerned, I am out of her life, and it's for the better that way. I did not intend for either of you to ever get swept up into this. And I don't know if I am excited or, frankly, I don't know if I'm excited or devastated that you are here. But if you're in the hedge, that means you are one tough fighter, and that means that you have proved yourself. And I think you'll further prove yourself as you're continuing through Guardians, little man, and you will be able to become the greatest club they have ever seen. Oh, jeez. You committed treason, Sal. I heard about that. She's promised me you're safe. I made her promise me. You don't need to call me back. I will see you soon enough. I'm sure of it. I'll make time. I will make time. They're calling me out there. So I'll have to see you soon. Until next time, little hero. Until next time.
Nice.
Oh no.
Also, when you started that first one out, I was half expecting it to be like, no, I need to make a call. All right, now to dial the number, hangs up. When like when you record when you're not supposed to be recording, and then when you do record, you
the
stop.
machine cuts you off.
No, it's when like you have already hit play and then you hit play to like start the recording, but you end it. But man, Sal, you got empathy beams at you.
Sal's not hiding anything.
Pew pew.
Ooh. It's not ugly crying.
Old ugly cry.
No, he is normal crying. As soon as Aisha was mentioned, he looked at her. And at the beginning of the call was like, his face was, this is a general one, and I'll get into the empathy part later. His face was like a mix of surprised and like a little bit of happiness. But then like as the call went on, it kind of went away from that. And then for empathy, I can tell you, Theo, it went from like excited and happy, but confused, and then guilty. And then when it went into the part about his mom, started to get a little angry. and less happy, and that's when he started tearing up a little bit. And Lemons, with your an additional success. Yeah, I figured I really wanted to have him break the phone halfway through the call. But just for the sake of story reasons, I'll have him break it after.
Nice.
And additionally, yeah, the mention of his mom basically flipped his feelings, and then he just got angrier as the call went.
It went from, oh boy, my dad the hero, to, fuck my dad, he left my mom.
Yeah. As far as I'm concerned, I'm out of her life. What do I have to roll to crush my phone?
You crush your phone effortlessly.
I
Roll
did it.
1d100.
All right, I will.
Yikes.
one D100.
Yeah.
Massive your rage.
1D100.
Yeah.
I got a 16.
It's okay.
What's that? I actually got a. Are you serious? What is this?
Got it too.
Hey,
It's
now you know
a
what
pretty tough phone.
Now you know what it's like to be me at all times.
Sal, you're about to crush it first, and you're like, oh man, Carly got me this. No.
It only takes one, 3, 4, 5 smashes against a rock.
You got it. You got it.
Or that's just how many times he stomps it on the ground.
True.
And I imagine
Threw my
Sal.
phone on the ground.
I imagine
My
Sal.
dad's got a phone. Duh.
My
Sounds-
God.
I imagine after doing that, he's like, "Oh, sorry, Natalie." Like he didn't mean to interrupt her helping him out.
No, it's fine. Don't worry about it. Whatever you need.
In the meantime,
He doesn't say anything else.
you have one more call. River? Miss River? Call me. The radio's all Fritz. The place is on fire. Oh God. You have my number. If you have signal, if you found somewhere, give me a call. I'm gonna get help over to your place. This place is up in flames. Oh, Jesus. River? Miss River?
Oh, I thought I stopped that from
Call
repeating.
me. The radio's
Still
all
going?
Fritz. The place is on
Yeah,
fire.
it's going.
Still going.
But I
Don't
jumped off the
jockey.
DJ. You have my number.
What?
If you have signal. Everyone
Refresh!
Oh.
Refresh!
What the fuck?
There you go.
Fixed it. Fixed it. The one time jumping in when you're not supposed to actually help.
I was like, maybe if I go in there.
Our savior. There is Natalie has another call as well, and then Henderson has another call. So we're gonna go through all those quick.
Yeah.
Hey Nat, it's Liz. Just giving you a call. I got off my shift early today, so I was wondering if maybe you wanted to go out. We could hang. Just get coffee or something. Give me a call. You know my number. I do have another shift tomorrow, so I can't stay up late, and I go to bed early, and but we get to hang out more. I don't have as many close friends, and I love hanging out with you. You're super cool. So give me a call back when you can. There's still a couple more, days before it should start snowing, so we can get a couple good rollerblading in or anything like that. Even if it's a little cold, you can just bundle up and it'll be fine. So, give me a call. I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.
And then one last message.
Mm.
This is on Henderson's phone. Look, Janie, this is me humoring you by actually calling the phone that you don't need to use. Why do you still have Henderson's phone? Really? Everything is against you because you're making me call it.
This phone you're holding that you're putting to your ear probably right now, that's Henderson's. You should give that back to him. And you should uninstall that Bejeweled you put on it. You're an adult. Anyway, I'm going to be out late again tonight. Hellings already knows. Watch over them. Make sure they're eating. They're probably in shock. And give Henderson his phone back. 2 days is enough. We can keep up the pretense he can't call his family, even if he has the phone. He can't call them, and you and I both know perfectly well why that is. Make sure to delete this message first. And give them actual meals. They can't just be having cereal and leftovers. They need nutrients. Alright. I'll talk to you when I get home, if you're awake. And that was the last one. Everyone, reset your volumes so that I don't kill you with background music.
Ooh.
1 second.
Wait.
I'm waiting for people to tell me it's fine. I won't just put it on.
Good. At least for me.
I am ready.
Holy shit.
Hey,
It's
Cheney,
fine.
do you want an empathy? There you go.
There is also an
Yeah,
empathy.
I kind of want. Yeah, I mean,
Is everyone okay to have background music again?
Shit.
Yes.
I am
Hey, I got more than a 1. It's a fucking 2.
Well, you can your messages. And I think it's safe to say everyone's feeling a little, feeling emotions in some way, shape, or form. Who all was?
On Cheney.
Alright, type out your successes, please.
Actually, Henderson will roll too. Yeah, he's not going to get through Cheney on a 1, but
Yeah, neither's mine. That's fine.
Alright. Everyone looking at Cheney, including Henderson, including Nat. You see that her eyes are welling up with tears.
Oh.
And Theo, you can tell that it's a mix of sadness but also happiness.
Aw.
Because these are better parting words than she had with her sister.
Oh.
This makes it so the last thing she ever heard from her sister wasn't an argument.
Did Lemons key on that too?
That is what Theo got with crit.
Oh, okay.
All you guys can see that Cheney's just welling up with tears.
was that chronologically after the other ones?
No,
No.
that one was before the other ones. That one, you look at the date, and it was it was the week that you all arrived in Carlsville.
Oh, like the week his phone was stolen? Like the week after his phone was taken away?
It was
It
when
was
Cheney
when-
soon after Cheney had taken your phone while everyone was coming to Carlsville.
It was after the last person arrived.
Yes.
Okay.
It was after you, Theo.
It was.
Everyone engulfs. Those who want to engulf Cheney can engulf Cheney.
Yes.
He's kind of just looking down at the floor right now and standing still. So how's everyone doing?
I should just ask that.
No. That was the GM in the sky.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well, Lemons will say the first thing then of, well, that happened.
Is
Henderson
anything-
was depressed, but now he is anger.
Has,
Oh no.
Do we have permission to attempt to respond to these calls?
Aisha looks at you and she nods.
Right, I was going to. Okay. She attempts to. She attempts to call back Reginald.
Alright. You, Cheney hugs you, Sal. And, she does stumble at first because she wasn't expecting to get moved. And she's just got all her tiny arm span, outstretched to everyone.
Oh. Group hug. Schlop.
Schlorp.
That's the group hug sound.
Oh, is it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Assimilating.
Oh.
We are growing stronger.
We are becoming one.
Oh.
Well, not you know.
We are
Lemon's
number.
just like, I don't know about that.
We are number one, but we're assimilating.
We are number one, but it's horrifying.
Yes.
We are number
Alright.
one, but the backing vocals are the abyss.
River, you try to call and you are not able to get a proper signal for getting a phone call out.
God damn it.
Aisha is quietly watching you all. Mumbo has kind of stalked off to his own little area. Cheney is hugging everyone.
After some time passes, Nat will extricate herself from the group hug, and she's not happy. So why wasn't I told it was getting delayed?
Aisha looks up. Unfortunately, it was just a matter of not being able to get you there.
No, I get why, but was it not on the agenda to keep me in the loop about this, or what?
Aisha silently nods.
I believe it was a choice made to keep you from being stressed about it, and I know that is ridiculous. And I understand the situation in which you are in. Unfortunately, it was just a decision that was made by those who are working to get it under control.
Yeah.
This is way too whimsical.
Yeah. Music doesn't
This is
really
like
fit.
really intense for what's happening.
I know. I just heard it. I was like, incorrect. Let's try this again. All right.
Oh, trust me, I feel touched and looked after. I really do. Do you remember how I found this? I found this in the cove where we pulled Carly out of because, hey, when I got pulled into the hedge, guess what I lost? So, I open this up and I find that, surprise, surprise, I've gotten 15 billion fucking voicemails and one of them's from her, shockingly. But, you know, after all that time, after everything, even as the date draws closer, didn't think, nobody thought once, hey, it might be a good idea, actually better for her even to know what's going on. That never came up at any point.
I'm sure it did. But
one reason or another wasn't relayed. And to be completely honest with you, that might be a possibility of the fact that Carlsville was cut connections with communication and all that with for so long. I highly doubt they would have had that case without you, and so if they were unable to get in contact with you, the second choice would be to...
Postpone.
Yes.
Uh-oh.
Alright, Henderson, what's up?
Oh no!
Oh.
Oh, well,
Uh-oh, what?
I mean,
I wasn't expecting it to fail as resolve composure.
You triggered the mad dad stat.
That's not good.
Oh no!
What is Henderson doing? Did he just clock a child?
He just clocked.
Not a child?
She's not a child. He just clocked a woman.
Alright. So please describe the scene for me, Inky.
So Aisha and Nat are having their discussion, and I guess Cheney's still getting hugged out, and Henderson's been sitting over there, you know, with Theo being angry and staring off into the forest. And then suddenly something inside him, you see him just spin around and like just walk, but it's like a power, not a full-on power walk, but it's a very deliberate pace towards Cheney, and then fucking just punches her across the face.
Your punch makes complete contact, and I will roll to see if you knock Cheney over.
Oh my god.
oh my god.
I don't want to be a garbage person and interject, but can we roll initiative?
Or notice or something?
No, I don't think anyone would have
I
expected.
suppose.
No,
This is a
not
surprise
to stop,
attack.
not to stop it. I just mean in terms of.
Yeah, like
After what
after the
happened,
fact.
yes, go ahead and roll initiative.
Oh my god. We have hit infighting, everybody.
Delicious.
I always forget what mine is, so I have to go.
Huh.
I mean, he's not going for the kill, because if he's going for the kill, he'd start grappling her, because that's his...
I don't think that's what's on everyone's mind.
Yeah, no. I mean, you just kind of attacked her.
Oh, don't worry. He's not going for the kill on his.
Yeah.
boss.
Oh, yeah. Don't worry about it at all. It's fine.
River may be going for the kill though.
Oh God.
She's just like, look away, child. Takes out sniper.
Child, this may get messy.
Please type out your successes.
Or,
Henderson, you land the punch, and Cheney does not fall over, but she does stumble back, and she makes it just not even worse. She does.
Oh, Henderson. You fool.
Oh
Yeah, you fucked up, because now River's gonna shoot you.
Oh, that's not the only thing. That's
Golden brown, tasted like sun.
River's like, my father is furious with me. Someone must die to save this god.
Oh, good, an outlet.
God.
I like to imagine River just says that to herself as she aims the sniper rifle.
Guys, please.
Nope, it's too late. This is where someone dies.
Not if I have anything to say about it. I'm going first.
Evidently, Lalo and Aisha do not know how to act without being one initiative thing away from each other.
They are symbiote.
Unit.
Symbiotic.
Yes.
Absolute unit.
God damn it.
I'm not sorry.
Who has the higher initiative between Theo and Tomo?
I have the high ground.
It was, I think I had 6. Wait.
Henderson has the last, which fits because he punched first, so obviously everyone gets a turn.
Oh wait, yeah.
I
Okay,
would
yeah,
put
Theo's
Cheney
going
in,
first actually. Yeah,
Probably.
yeah, Theo's going first.
Unless Cheney's stunned.
Right. Thank you, Mother. I love you. Gotcha.
Yeah, Theo goes first.
All right, I'm gonna, you know what? I'm gonna default Cheney just got punched in the face. I'm gonna default her to 1.
I have a weird feeling Theo's gonna de-escalate the situation pretty
She's like,
fast.
wow, emotions hurt a lot more than I remember.
God, having these hurts. All right, do I have everyone's initiative? I'm gonna move downstairs quick because of
Hello, time, friends.
Lalo goes first.
Oh.
Lalo.
Right.
Oh, I'm stuck. Fuck it. So everyone just nurse that idea of a small Cheney getting punched in the face, rightfully, in your heads for a bit.
Rightfully,
I
did
love
you
how
say
you
something?
acknowledge that.
What did they do again? They lied to Henderson about.
They're the reason Henderson is there, or at least.
Well, I mean, yeah.
They're also the reason his
They're
family
the reason
is.
one of his kids.
Aubrey specifically chose Henderson and chose to pull him through to Carlsville while he was on a family camping trip. Oh, and by the way, the first one to disappear was his eldest son.
Ah, so the anger just bubbled over right now. That's all.
Yes.
This has been going back and forth between them for a little while now.
Like, ever since that was revealed, Henderson has been holding this inside.
It's
Well,
like
not
a delayed
even.
blast
He's-
fireball.
He's attacked Cheney a couple times before over it.
He has.
When we first ended up in Boston, she's like, "You want a hug?" He's like, "No, get away
Well,
from me."
Has he physically attacked Chenny
No.
before?
He
verbally attacked her like
Just
twice.
verbally.
This
And then
is
later, when he
breaking
was
point.
drunk, he was like, "Hey,
It probably really
ruined
pissed
my
him off.
life."
It was also the fact that everyone's like, "Oh, poor Cheney," and then he's just like,
Yeah, that was also.
"Yeah,
Yeah.
I could see how that would have
Alright.
especially pissed him off."
Yeah.
So, this all happens, and Lalo turns at the commotion. Like, it's kind of like, the best way I can describe it is when a dog hears something, he's like, and he's looking over, and he has raised his
Oh,
his
dear.
flamethrower slightly, but he is not moving, so it's more of just, oh, monster? No monster. Okay.
There is a monster, and her name is Cheney. No.
Alright, so...
Activate? No, activate.
Theo, what was your initiative modifier?
I
Well, I need to know because he's also tied with Aisha.
Theo has 7.
Theo
Yes,
goes first.
I said.
Alright, Theo, you're up.
Well, as soon as that boom comes, because he had kind of turned to follow after Henderson, but was vastly outpaced because Henderson has giant dad legs. So as soon as that happens, he hurries over and he grabs the fist that is raised up into the air. And
Well, he just raised his fist again. It was one punch.
well, the fist that swung, he grabs that.
That's fine.
Basically. And he starts trying to pull Henderson away. He's trying to de-escalate the situation. Just everybody stop right now. And shall I roll for convincing?
You may.
What
Hey,
am I
Theo.
rolling? What's up?
Would you like some assistance?
Oh yeah, you're getting assistance from me too.
Yes, thank
How-
you, friends.
How dare
Sure.
you guys? I was right about
help
to
you
kill
too.
someone.
What's the what are we
I
rolling?
would counter.
Oh.
Natalie, are you in a state of mind currently to de-escalate?
You were
Potentially.
you were
She's
mid
mid.
sentence.
but it's a case of bigger problem has occurred, must be
I'm
dealt
just-
with.
I'm just imagining the visual of this because it was Aisha and Nat talking to each other at this distance. Henderson blows past Aisha as they're having a conversation and just goes wham
Yeah.
into Cheney.
And Cheney has stumbled backwards.
Yes.
I'm going to argue, Natalie, you cannot help until your initiative.
Okay.
Because this
fine.
is all happening very
Quick.
boom, boom, boom.
And it's like it's cutting me off mid-sentence, more or less. Yeah. Fair enough.
Theo, you may roll to try and de-escalate this before it happens.
Can I assist?
Not until your initiative.
He's on the
Wait, you
same
have the
edge.
same initiative. You
Yeah.
may.
What's the roll?
This is going to be a. This is going to be a presence persuasion.
Well, let's see. Okay. Well, I'll try and help you, Theo. I don't know how. Oh, okay. Well. Okay.
Oh,
That's not bad.
thank you.
Mm-hmm. Fucking watch that happen. I ain't gonna let that fucking slide.
All right.
Whoa!
Oh.
Everyone may roll to resist the
I
coercion.
All right.
I swear to God, Sal, if you.
But I'm not gonna succeed.
You don't know that.
I gotta do it, but let's see. My resolve composure is too high.
Oh,
Ooh.
lemons.
Am I out of the area of effect?
You know,
If
We're
you
gonna-
can hear me, I figure that
I
it
sup-
counts. Come on.
you can hear him. Yeah.
Yeah, but how are you like shouting?
Shit.
Or you
It was a very demanding as far as Theo goes. Everyone stop right now.
Give me a second. I need to.
I
I
will
was
allow that if this succeeds, it's not going to be like everyone's hunky dory, but it will allow it so that no one kills each other if no one beats him. Like I'm still 100% allowing if someone wants to yell or like be
angry.
verbally.
The secret is
violent.
Henderson wasn't going to punch again. He was just going to yell, so he will continue to fucking yell.
Good.
I'll just roll normal with willpower.
Oh,
Willpower.
normal.
I have a ton of it.
You
Get him,
jerk.
Sal.
Fucking whatever.
Yeah.
All right. What do you say, Theo?
Just very clear. It's a very stern voice coming out of this tiny ginger right now.
Ooh.
This is not a voice you've heard before. Considering the last time he had to pull this, he was basically panicked and begging people, please don't kill a teammate.
Hey Theo,
Yeah,
you're in that boat again.
He's pulling dad mode. It's just everyone stop right now.
All right.
All right. You are able to stop anyone from potentially getting violent.
Physically violent.
Physically violent. Aisha looks at you, Natalie, and she's like, we'll continue later.
Yep. Took words right out of my mouth.
She is looping around and she's getting closer. She has, she looks like she's prepared to intervene if needed. And Cheney's in shock. If people want to talk at this point, there's, you're free to.
Well, what the fuck?
I'll let everyone get their action in before Henderson explodes. If they want to like
We're
grab an
gonna
arm
let-
or something. Tomo, you already used your action.
What?
Yeah,
You
need
helped.
to help.
Yeah, but this is what he was gonna say.
Yeah, you-
Yes, you can talk. Sorry, I thought you.
No.
Pats,
no.
it's okay, Inky. Go ahead. Go ahead, Tomo.
We're gonna let this make us fall apart. Really, we've been through so much shit, and this is what is gonna break us.
And Cheney's just like, what the fuck is your problem?
What the fuck is your problem? What the fuck is all your problems? Hugging her? You knew the whole time what was happening with my family, and you strung me along. You used my son as fucking bait to get me into Carlsville. He was the first one to disappear into the forest, and you knew what was in there, and you brought him first? I didn't get a phone call from him. I didn't get to bury my son like you buried Aubrey. He died in that forest, and the last words I heard from him were out of the mimic's mouth. And you're all hugging her? You're hugging her? She had her funeral. Her sister chose to die. My son didn't choose to die.
Yeah, that's fair.
You all jumped down Hellian's throat when he hurt someone. You and your sister planned the deaths of Sal's friends, of my son, so we could kill your sister because you were too weak to kill your family member. So you made us all watch our family members die for you.
Shut up!
No, fuck it. I've kept my mouth shut since I found out what happened. You knew. You would lead me to believe that Aubrey couldn't find my wife in the forest for this whole fucking time, but she could find. You could find me across the fucking country to bring me in on purpose. And don't think I didn't notice that you only agreed to go search for her when you were trying to throw us off the tracks of Aubrey. She was a tool to you, my son was a tool to you, we're all just fucking tools to you, Miss Hart. I know you're manipulating us, and apparently everyone thinks you deserve hugs for it.
So these tears are manipulating you, is that what it is? Fucking Anderson, is that what that is? I'm not allowed to have emotions because I'm a fucking heart. Fuck you. You're allowed to have emotions, but somehow I have to stay together because everyone needs me? Everyone doesn't fucking need me. I know if I gave an order and you didn't agree with it, Natalie, you just do what you thought was best. You've already kept secrets when I asked you to told you. If I'm some fucking leader that you absolutely need to function, that you had to drag me from Seattle and away from my sons, you would... No one needs... No one needs me? Is that what you're gonna say?
Yes. Why didn't you just fucking hire an assassin for $10,000 to kill your fucking sister? Why did you bring us into it?
Theo?
Yep.
I'm gonna need you to re-roll.
Oh god.
And I'm not gonna show you what my roll is.
Oh my.
Oh, can I reroll?
I would say that these are some cutting words. Some re-rolling needs to be happening right now.
Oh yeah.
The intense distracting of Omega is getting a little more intense. She's like, oh dear.
Omega, roll to distract Omega, River.
She's taking all this stuff out of her bag, like her little science kit.
I'm gonna need you to roll a manipulation persuasion to distract Omega.
Good God, this is not my role.
Good God.
Can I do?
Good God.
Can I do an animal
science?
Animal can.
Oh my God.
Even humans are animals.
I will allow you to use a manipulation science, but not an animal kid. What the fuck?
Wait, why would
There's
science?
a
Wait a minute.
there's a monster.
You're a
that
terrible
science
mom,
kid.
River.
Oh, I thought you were saying science works on him, but I didn't get the science kit part. I was like, what? Why would an animal work then? No, that makes sense.
River's a bad mom.
She's the best. She's the only one taking care of him, while everyone's about to kill each other.
As entertaining as that is over there, we have a child over here.
You pull out beakers and stuff, and Omega was looking back, but now he is focused on the beakers.
Shiny.
While everyone else is
she
fighting, River
cups
gets +1 mom point.
He cups his little tiny pointed hand with like the beaker on top.
You have put a beaker on Omega's hand.
Distraction.
Alright, what did you roll to keep people calm, Theo?
That was
What's your
a
We
success?
got two.
We gotta roll again, Theo.
God damn it.
Alright, Sal, Lemons, neither of you are,
You guys aren't okay right now.
You guys are not okay.
Oh, I'm okay. I'm just resisting your thing. No one tells me what to do.
Wait, is everybody re-rolling?
Everyone is re-rolling right now against Theo's ability to keep a hold.
I can't help you again, Theo, unless I want to give up my last willpower. And right now, I'm thinking, don't give that up.
Aisha steps forward to put herself between Sal and Henderson.
I like how she saw that immediately.
I'm thinking Henderson's gonna be force blasted across the fucking hedge.
He's gonna get ass blasted again.
So, what happens is that Cheney is staring at you, and you guys hear the drone of Theo trying to calm everyone down. And at this point, there's just tears streaming down Cheney's face. And you see her she looks like she wants to send you flying, but instead, she just starts walking away.
I don't know if you want us to stick to the initiative.
we will, if you want to go, Sal, go.
I don't want to like take a turn from like Natalie or River.
Well, Natalie is subdued. River is taking care of a child.
All right. Well, you're fucking.
Oh
no, Lemons is ahead of me. I think
I'm
if he's
ahead of you. Do I see you starting a rear?
That's not fair.
No, you don't, because you're ahead of him.
An empathy to see some read body language.
I'll do that. Is that enough to?
Go ahead and roll.
I mean, are you trying to be sneaky, Sal?
I mean, he's not gonna fucking. He's angry.
The problem is that Sal was already angry.
Yeah, he's already emotionally compromised. It doesn't look like he's any more or less anything. He's just looking at Henderson.
It may seem like that rage is directed now, though.
One success is one success. If you want, I can roll for resolve composure.
Go ahead and roll resolve composure.
Okay.
You see nothing, Lemons. Probably because you're focused on the fact that Cheney's walking away.
Probably. I'm just gonna back up here. Just kind of put myself, between you here. There we go.
Okay. I guess I just one more time.
Your resolve composure, please.
Me?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right then. Holy shit.
Why'd you roll twice? Or no, wait, the first one was
me to
against me.
roll.
That's right.
Yeah, it's a tie.
All right, so I'll go ahead.
I'm assuming she said something to him.
Aisha?
Yeah, I assume.
You've successfully hidden your intentions from her.
Oh.
She wasn't able to catch them.
Oh.
You don't know what my intentions are, rest of the players and GM. You don't know what I'm planning.
Yeah.
Or if I'm gonna give him a hug. You don't know.
I don't know. That's the point. Go ahead.
How aggressive is that hug?
I need a layout of the situation.
All right. What do you need?
Well, you said Aisha went in between them.
She went in between them just in case. She did not know what Sal was thinking.
I know, that's what I'm saying. Like, does her have her hands out? Is she like?
She's kind of positioned her hands in toward both of you. So if either of you got any ideas,
one hand is out towards Henderson, one hand is out towards Sal.
Yeah.
I'm kind of caught in between two things because the idea here is Sal is no longer Wrath, but I guess he is again.
Well,
I mean, people are capable of having multiple vices.
Well, he does now. I'm gonna get the viceful merit.
You could if you want.
I think you have to start with that, don't you?
who needs to start with anything.
Well, now
Thank you. Just make things wacky,
Yeah, it honestly makes sense to pick up more vices while you're in this, like.
intense.
Well, I don't want to do this because
Do it.
reasonable Sal wouldn't do this, but like he's so emotionally compromised right now.
Do it.
Reasonable Sal wouldn't, but compromised Sal.
Sal stands up.
You're mad at a dad? That's a dad right there.
Yeah. Sal knows, and it's funny because like Sal totally understands where Henderson's coming from, and it makes sense and it's totally valid. But even then, he doesn't care, and he stands up and he slightly pushes Aisha to the side.
It's like in that moment, this is the in-between where she can't tell what's happening. It's like it's in slow motion. She's kind of looking at you like she's been gentle pushed to the side. And she's like, what? And then whatever you do happens then.
He takes off his right knife. And he goes for a return punch to the face. Full on. Not stone faced, but just like not particularly like, I guess that's how it played off that. Like it was more of an internal switch for him, so he doesn't have like a really angry look on his face or really sad look on his face. It's just like
It's a driven.
yeah, exactly. That's a good way of putting it. So let me roll. What's your defense, Henderson?
3.
Right.
Are you choosing to have Henderson still have defense for this case?
He probably has like half defense. Like he's hyped up, so he's kind of hyper aware, but he's also, focused on Cheney. So instead of 3 defense, he can have 1.
All right. Let me count.
1 point. No. The 0.5
Roll
goes to
half of
River
the dice.
consoling Omega.
I'm trying to. Okay.
So River, what are you doing to keep this boy busy?
She set up her little science kit,
Mhm.
trying to interest him in all the bits.
You have done it. I don't know how you did it, but you did.
What she does with this little piece, what this one does.
This one spins.
Look, this one you can move with your finger.
All right.
Everyone here is imbeciles.
Henderson, 4 bashing.
Thank you.
That's the same exact amount he did to Cheney. That's poetic justice right there.
Yeah, Sal will probably give him a good old do the hand wave thing because he just punched someone in the face. It's not like his hand's gonna feel good about it.
Yeah.
And
This is numerical justice.
yeah, exactly. Well, I was gonna say, I can't remember. There's some saying that I want to throw, an eye for an eye or something. But then Henderson's gonna be like, it's not an eye for an eye. My son's dead.
Well, if you want to cut Henderson off as he's yelling more at Cheney, do you want me to say a yell to be interrupted?
Do it.
That is what I would say would have happened.
Okay. He's like, fuck you, a superior officer gave you an order to give me back my phone, and you fucking, for some reason, you fucking kept it for weeks, and then...
Yeah, probably right there.
Yeah.
You get punched across the face, and in that time Cheney stops, and she just turns around and looks at you. And I need to roll something.
I imagine Sal turns to Aisha and says, I'll take my punishment now.
Treason number 2.
Oh no, yeah. That's probably what really got him.
But who's higher rank?
Their actual equal rank.
Cheney turns around, and she is collected slightly more. There's still, like, she wipes the tears on her face, and you just hear, after you get punched, say, God, you're starting to get under the skin like I used to for everyone else. I never heard that voicemail before. Get yourself together, you fucking pathetic piece of shit.
Was that directed at Henderson?
Yeah.
I was gonna actually say on top of that, Sal doesn't give her like a rewarding look or anything. He looks at Cheney and he's also very much like upset with her.
Oh yeah, Cheney's not looking at anyone for sympathy right now.
But he gives her a glare too.
Henderson is like rubbing at his jaw where he was fucking clocked, and he's not screaming anymore. He gives like a death glare at Cheney. It's like, this phone had fucking photos and you put Bejeweled on it. And he's striding away.
Aisha's kind of looking back and forth in slight, like, oh dear.
Okay. He doesn't walk out through the hedge.
Well, I mean, there's stones
Stop
there
at the
anyway.
wall. Well, I mean, it's a wall.
It's like a Stonehenge wall, though, like large, sizable wall.
Stonehenge wall has holes in it to walk through.
I mean, like, there's no holes in Key.
Okay, it's fine. No,
Henderson does not scale the wall to escape.
He makes the hole.
Oh yeah.
Actually,
Aisha kind of absently pats your fist, Sal, and she's just like, "Thank you for taking the gauntlet off," and she just walks over here.
Did you take your wound penalties on that? Oh wait, no, you have iron stamina now, don't you? Okay. Not that I don't want it to be poetic, numerical justice.
Yeah.
She walks after them and stops, turns around. Mr. Bright, he looks up. Keep them here. She pursues after Cheney, who is walking away.
Everything's settled.
Yeah.
All
Think
fists at their sides. Good lord. You put on a show.
Sal bows.
She does a single clap for you and returns to her science kit.
Are we going by initiative order right now or no?
You can go out of initiative order.
Okay, Henderson, you get a Tomo.
Tomo's like, I know what it's like to be consumed by wrath. What's up?
But he's not like, he's not being aggressive. He's not gonna pull a Sal. He looks at you, Henderson, and he's just like, we need to talk.
No.
No, Henderson, we are going to talk.
Hypnotize him.
No, fuck off. Serious moment ruined.
Oh.
No, continue.
No, Henderson, we're going to talk. You can't walk away from this.
Henderson says nothing.
You kept all that in, all this time, and look what it did. I'm not having that happen again. So we're talking.
Can the rest of us hear this?
I suppose so, unless you are.
Sounds like he's talking.
I mean,
loud.
we're all in the same like clearing.
He's being reasonable. Like, he's got a very stern tone, but he's not shouting. So I would imagine, like, anyone who's in the area could probably hear. He's being calm, yeah. I get it. You have every right to be mad.
How do you get it? You never had a family.
I didn't. But I know what it's like to be so mad to the point where you want to kill somebody over it. And hurt somebody over it. Make them know that you are angry. You have every right to be mad. But what you did is not the right way to do it.
You all keep moralizing about a single punch. I wasn't going to kill her, and yet no one has fucking done anything to indicate that they're pissed at her for what she did to us. They keep acting like she was in the right. Has no one acknowledged that Aubrey was the biggest monster in Carlsville?
No, she is. She ruined your life, Henderson. I know. I understand. I'm not trying to put her on a moral high ground here. That's not what I'm doing. But you're not helping that either by attacking her over this. You have every right to be mad at her for what she did. But attacking her over it is not what you need to do to go about this.
I don't know, it seemed to have started the conversation.
What did he say? Like, I actually...
He said, I don't know, seems to have gotten a conversation going.
He looks at you, at that, and he's like, it did, but not the one that resolves problems.
There is no resolving this problem. There is nothing she can say to make me like her 1 ounce more. I will hate her until I die, which will probably be in this godforsaken hedge or in the town.
Nobody's telling you to like her. I'm not telling you to like her, because believe me, when I say that what she did was fucking wrong...
You've never said that. I've never heard you say that before this instant when it became a problem for her.
Will you listen to yourself?
We're all hearing this, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I'm allowed to hate her, but why doesn't anyone fucking else hate her?
Are we talking about Cheney?
River joins the fray.
Player 7 has entered the game.
There's such thing as seething in silence.
Everyone told me, keep it together, Henderson, we need you. But also, you can't keep bottling shit up, Henderson, we need you. I fucking unbottled shit.
Omega, dear, what are you doing?
I hear that.
Are you bringing Omega back over, Tori?
Yeah.
Go ahead and roll a manipulation science.
Oh, look, baking soda and vinegar!
Here's some
She's like,
Pepsi and yeah.
Get back here and build your volcano, dear. You have brought him back. He feels bad abandoning the project. He comes back.
He's such a good baby.
Can't leave an ecosystem incomplete.
For healing, what does that do for Sal? Because lemons
too
healed
lethal.
him 4. Okay. Creamy got 2 from lemons. 2 lethal from lemons.
You got, like, 1 success from that, because, like, bleh.
A band-aid slap on.
I assume that's one.
It was more a case of, like, reorganizing and starting to bandage, and then it's just a case of, oh god, it's so much worse than I imagined.
The Dora the Explorer band-aid makes a reappearance.
Honestly, Sal with a Dora the Explorer band-aid is so fitting.
Yeah.
I gotta check my equipment. I might actually have a first aid on me that I can use too.
No, Sal won't let you.
What?
He's like, he'll just be like, I'm fine.
Too late. He's doing it anyways.
Nope, you can't just.
Look, you
force-
get 1 more
Oh,
success.
slaps out of hand.
Nope, too late.
In all technicality, he can resist if he chooses to.
Whoa, look at that. Is that more
I'm
successes?
gonna
Whoa.
persuade him.
Alright. Roll a result composure.
You need this.
Destroy your medical kit, Lemons.
No, I got 1 more charge left.
Oh, damn.
Bree just secretly wants us all to lose our
Damn.
med kits so that we just
So
die.
I only got 1. I still got both.
So where did Henderson and Tomo leave off, or did they finish that conversation?
No, it was
not.
Yeah, it is not over.
Continue.
Yes. Anderson was like, why doesn't anyone else hate her?
Maybe they do. I don't know. I can't speak for everybody else
Do
here.
you?
You want to know why I don't want to punch her, Henderson? Is because she actually regrets all this. You know? Even if she is a heart, maybe she is manipulating us for all we know. I don't know. From what I can tell, she seems pretty sorry about all this that happened. And I know all the apologies in the world is not going to make this better. But I know that doing the wrong thing and trying to make up for it, I know that probably better than anyone else here.
Humble.
Is there a peanut
Just let
gallery
me say
here?
that out loud.
Yes.
I imagine, I don't want to be garbage, but Sal's is just going to be like, this is a little overdramatic.
Henderson is like, I don't want to fucking talk to you right now, Tomo. Just let me sit here and fucking cry.
We're not done.
We're fucking done. He's moving away.
Well, no, he would say that and then move and then go away. Like, as in this
Well,
conversation.
Henderson will still say we are fucking done and move in the opposite direction. So fuck you.
Well, guess who you're gonna have later when you're calmed down, Anderson.
Fuck you too.
Fuck you, Dad.
Henderson doesn't swear all season 1. Henderson in one session drops 10 billion fucks. Adds 10 million more fucks at the bottom.
The moment Henderson started moving, Lalo moved, just in case.
Watch the exit.
He's gonna go over to Tomo's heading over to Theo and like Nat, and he's gonna look at Theo and point in the direction of Henderson, and he's just like, talk.
I don't know if
Or at
I've got
least-
much sway with this.
Or at least make him want to at least work with us for the time being. Because right now it doesn't seem like he's gonna do anything.
He's frustrated and he's mourning, Tomo. Just
He may
We-
just need a minute.
don't drag him through so much right now. I'll give it a shot, but he's not gonna want me there either.
He just
Like, you see him put like his act, like his real hand in his hair, and he looks visibly frustrated at this whole situation.
Sit with Nat for a bit.
All the
Here, Tomo, talk with your ex.
They never got
The joke's
together.
on you, we never were together, you ass. Try and fucking shit all over me. Bitch, I can shit on myself. That's how shitty I am.
Oh my god.
Bree, can you get rid of the turn order? We're not using this.
But it lives there. Sure.
Tomo, you have a Nat. She's very quiet. And is
You hear him like muttering to himself, just all this shit. This is what does it.
come sit by me. You've kind of got it together at the moment, and I don't. I just need a living, breathing reassurance that things are gonna be okay. It just... She's not looking at you, Tomo. Like, if you want, you can roll empathy at her, but I mean...
I'm gonna... Well, this is fair, because he's very, like, he's just frustrated at everything that's happening, so I don't think he'd be, like, in the state of mind to even try and figure out people.
Yeah. Fair enough.
Whoa, where did Henderson go? Oh, I thought he flew off the map. I was like, what?
Whoosh!
Oh, it looked like that. It looked like that for me.
There you go. So mad he's gone.
Oh, Omega.
No.
You try.
Oh
boy.
River will pick up the beaker and ask where he wants it.
Once this is dealt with, I think it would be a good idea if everyone started moving towards getting Henderson and Hawthorne out of Carlsville. And that includes Julia too. And that means extricating her from him.
That's what we were gonna do anyways.
No, but...
At least... it's getting rid of him.
No, I know, but... Julia's the priority now. Because he's right.
No, he is. He has every right to be as mad as he is. It's just...
I know. You know, it's funny. I'm the forgetful one, but it seems everyone here has forgot what I said at the funeral.
I hate to, like, reaffirm that by having him ask what it was. But I don't know. So, I think just from a look, he could probably give you the, well...
He gives her a guilty look.
Yeah, it's like, well, I mean...
Oh, poor Nat.
No, it's... A lot has happened. I hoped... If anything, that would be something that everyone would keep in mind, you know, but...
I want to ask. Yeah, he'll communicate the like he feels regret that he doesn't fucking remember what it is.
The whole point of what I said was it's not as clear as one thing or the other, because what Aubrey and Cheney did to some people was life-saving, and what they also did was life-ruining, but what mattered was that we had to move ahead because we had responsibilities beyond ourselves. Like it or not, we're in a duty of care. And Everybody's forgotten that, even me.
Well, it's like you said, we've had a lot
Oh,
happening.
I know, it felt so important back then. Look at me now. I'm this moral preacher. Ended up willing to fucking sacrifice the girl that she likes for the sake of a town. Because that's why I kept that from you guys. At the end of the day, I got scared and I felt like I had to make a decision between her and everybody else. If I'd known about the actual state of her house, I wouldn't have done that. I wouldn't have done that at all. You can't take these things back.
No. You did what you thought at that time was the right thing. And
Yeah, I did.
And given what you knew at the time, there's no possible way you could have known anything about that.
Try telling Henderson that.
I'm not going to, because he doesn't want to hear it from me.
I know he doesn't. He doesn't really want to hear anything from anyone right now, and I don't blame him for that. If anything, I understand him completely. The reason why I got so fucking mad at Aisha there is downplayed version of what he's been through. Had information relevant to him withheld from him and been denied the chance to fucking make things better and deal with something that's personally affecting them. And you can't, because someone else has made that decision for you. I just wish you didn't have to lash out about it. Doesn't make it any fucking better.
Maybe he was right. Maybe I don't really understand any of this. Any of what he's going through, but I sure as hell want to at least help with this.
You at least understand part of it, so that's a start. All anybody's understand are parts of one another. You just try to help regardless. He won't want to listen to any of us right now, but
we haven't even found Bo yet.
No, I know.
And we're already falling apart.
God. What happened, dude?
God knows how much longer it's gonna take for us to find him.
God knows how much longer, yeah. No, you're not wrong about that.
There's that much time that we're gonna be at each other's throats, it seems like.
I don't think it helps that what happened. We're all very raw because of it.
There's-
Wait, why did it happen? What is it?
He kind of.
What is it about this place?
We shouldn't have a signal at all.
No, we shouldn't, but look at us getting stuff through that turns out to actually be accurate and true. Aisha, Lalo. And she will head on over.
Lalo perks up. At this point, Aisha is coming back. Janie's like further behind her. But the moment you say Lalo, he's just like,
Like a dog who's heard his day was like, whoa, ready to go.
he's like, he's like constantly on alert. So he's like, so yes.
Two things. Concerning the phone situation, has something like that happened in the hedge before? And second of all, do either of you have any knowledge of what this place is that we're currently in right now?
As Aisha's walking back, she's like, I believe we may have found that, actually. And then, that was like, the phones, yes. The hedge has a tendency to take things. What could have possibly happened is that by being in its vicinity with your portal, some messages never made it through and got stuck.
Well, that's unfortunate.
Very, but why now?
Well,
Why
they're
not?
unstuck. We're nearby the place they were intercepted.
No, I know, but of wait, so we're nearby.
And Aisha comes back. Go ahead and roll a perception.
Oh.
You see there's some
Nice.
snow on her coat.
Ooh.
Ah. I got a hunch I know where that snow came from.
Mm-hmm.
What's on the other side? She asks Aisha.
I believe we've found the realm, or at least the beginning of it.
Oh. Shit.
Janie is silent. She just kind of... She has her hood pulled up, so she's covering up her face, and she's just walking by.
Oh, I hope you all still have your winter gear.
I got mine.
Sits down.
What exactly is the plan?
That's a good question. What exactly do we do upon coming face to face with a quite possibly very strong creature? If what we have heard is true.
Well, he's... If I may throw myself onto the thought pile, he's currently going through the mother of all existential crises at the moment, right? I mean, he's torn between his projected identity and his actual identity, and the longer he's in the hedge, the more of the latter he recovers. So, I mean, if he's still having issues with himself, then we can always try appealing to Bo.
Is there a chance that because he has gotten a taste of our existence, I guess, that maybe he would be more persuadable.
There is a possibility that we may be able to appeal to that. She hesitates.
Humanity.
Side of it.
Okay, so we have our plan A. But I don't want to have to. I don't want to have to say it or have to bring it up, but somebody needs to. What about plan B?
In the case that we are not able to appeal to him, then she looks to Lalo, and Lalo nods. Like most things, he's probably not a fan of fire.
Okay. Can he even be killed? Can he even be hurt, actually, is a better question.
It depends on the best and worst case scenario. Best case, he is not as powerful as we are thinking, in which he is killable. Worst case, he is a true Fae, and in that situation, they are nearly godlike. But they all have their set of ticks and weaknesses. Some of them we may be able to find based on how he would act back with you all. Regardless of if he knew what he was or not, he would be exhibiting those behaviors.
Hmm. Well, something we can use for either plan, I guess.
Was there anything while he was with you all that ever stopped him, or perhaps there was a situation, couldn't go through a doorway until he tapped the wall 3 times, or something oddly strange, but...
Can I do a memory?
Go for it.
Okay. Any minuses to that?
Just roll a memory.
Well, for me, I have a -2 because, yeah. Hey.
Lemons, you're trying to think if there's anything that really stood out that...
Other than a stutter. That's the main thing sticking out to
That's the main thing that comes to mind. He had a very prominent stutter. He liked to hide his face. And Lemons, if you're... Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say, so if we make him say a lot of B words.
It isn't necessarily a weakness in that case. It's a trait.
What was the other thing you were gonna mention before I interrupted with my bad joke?
There's a bee.
I can't believe the way to get Bo back is just to make him say boneless.
Stop it!
I can't believe the way to get Bo back is to quote Vines at him.
You also recall all that's coming to mind is the night at the mansion. Specifics are not coming to you.
The night at the mansion.
What about it?
Bo wasn't even a part of that.
Wait, no, shit. That's dumb.
Well, they may seem very absurd, so what are you thinking?
Well, we don't have a ghost, so...
No.
Oh, shit. Oh, shit. That just puts her head in her hands.
Say it out loud.
He's not immune to, like, supernatural power based around moving him.
That's a start. That's a good start.
Yeah. Nat like looks over at Cheney, like emotionally compromised. It is.
He wasn't feeling so hot in the presence of the ghost, but I don't know if that was the ghost that was doing it.
What other things could there have been?
Are we allowed to, like, hear this?
Yeah, we're discussing it.
They're talking very publicly.
Okay.
I don't know. Could have been blood soil, maybe. I don't know.
That's what I was thinking. And you hear him, like, come up. It's actually just about to come up and talk about that.
But I don't think it
Oh.
was present at the time. Not while we were there.
No, God, no, it didn't pop up until, like, that night. Like, it was literally the first time that we saw it in that house was when we all got there after dealing with the hedge beasts.
Yeah, but who said it? Who said it wasn't always there?
No, you're not wrong.
There's also the thing to consider that when dealing, assuming that it is a true fae, it can be the most absurd things, or something that could be considered for a normal person a strength, but perhaps, or a downfall for a normal person, perhaps even. So, was there any, I guess the better question is, was there anything that ever made him bleed?
He got stabbed through the chest with a branch,
There you go.
and he couldn't participate in Two Truths and a Lie.
He couldn't write. As
What
well.
kind of
He
wood
couldn't write or he couldn't
was the branch?
spell? Which one?
Both, potentially.
He just said he couldn't participate.
What kind of wood was the branch? He was
Wood,
stabbed by?
Henderson will roll to remember, I guess.
Go for it.
You just go back to the very moment he was stabbed, just like, what tree was it?
4, 5, 6, 7.
That was a... I think it was a maple.
Hey, Bree,
Hey, Angie.
can I roll me a stealth?
Go for it.
A stealth? You gonna be a naughty over there?
Don't worry about it.
Henderson says, Henderson will say, I think it was maple.
Oh, fuck. Everyone may roll a perception. I would say if you're not looking for him, go ahead and add minuses.
Oh, I already hit one button.
What are we minusing?
I'll just
If
say
you want to,
Henderson.
it's optional.
Henderson's too out of it to be alert. He says, but we're talking to him first, right?
How,
Yeah, that's plan A, yeah.
yeah,
Because the gargoyles got active long before he disappeared, so...
at the end of the day, he's still Bo.
That was my
Maybe.
point.
But I'm just saying we haven't seen him actually hurt anyone. All this has been assumptions on our part.
Yeah.
I mean, either way, he is still the person who helped us out in the mansion, who saved your life, Natalie.
No, I'm well aware of that.
So,
You'd be surprised how much the hedge can change someone.
I'm just saying we have more confirmed kills on ourselves as a team than on Bo.
You'd be surprised what shit we've been through and survived.
We do have at least one on him, though.
Or possibly more. There was the question of if the beasts were his doing.
I said confirmed. We don't know they are. Like I said, they were active long before he ever disappeared.
Yeah. The one I'm talking about isn't beast related. So he might have killed Roderick.
It wasn't a mite.
Hope you bringing Cheney back.
Cheney says that from where she is.
All the way out there, or where is she?
She's right
Yeah.
there.
I don't see. Oh, she's there. She's on the bottom of my screen.
You remember?
Theo told me.
Oh. Wait. Can that rule of memory as to whether or not, like, Theo told her this?
Go for it.
Angie, I will need your help on this because I genuinely can't remember whether or not Theo told Nat this or not.
He
And
did.
therefore Nat can't remember.
Yes. Well, do your roll and I'll give you. Roll. It came up maybe once. You think Theo asked you about something? Maybe for your help about something that had to do with Bo and Cheney.
A flash of, like, recognition and remembering comes across Nat's face. And then guilt. Because, damn it, I forgot. Okay, so that's one.
We also know he's susceptible to mind, which none of us have.
No.
What about fire?
Well, that's what...
Lella waves, kind of look awkwardly.
Well,
he's vulnerable to blood loss. Or
That
was.
too.
But he recovered. Keep in mind, I believe, and she looks over it.
He did it
Lello, who
faster
speaks
than what should have been.
Well, he's probably outside of the hedge. He would be a fraction of his power, a mere fraction. It would in his own realm that would be multiplied by. We could put it as at double, possibly even quadruple that power.
Absurdly.
Absurdly.
Goody.
Is there any power to having saved his life by giving him something of ours?
Maybe. Because wasn't it your blood that...
Yeah. I was wondering if there was a life debt there or something. Fae love their rules.
That might factor into Plan A.
I don't want to strong arm him if we can talk him down first.
Exactly. Same here. I owe him a debt.
Well, one thing that could be of note, if he is a true Fae, is worse comes to worse. Most Fae cannot resist a deal.
Okay.
Most?
All. True Fae especially, if you get them caught in a deal, they cannot break it, no matter what. To do so would mean death.
Good to know.
Wait. Throughout every bit of like backstory or context or history that we've found out about Carlsville, there's always been like mentions of a pact coming up. As to who gets to do what and where and when. We don't really know the finer points of it, but maybe that's the deal that we can use.
We can try, but I feel like we're just reading too much into the tiny details we have. We don't really have enough to connect the dots.
Yeah, you're not wrong. Well, we've got plans A, B, and C at least, I guess.
What are B and C? I missed them.
Oh, C is the deal. B is we physically persuade him.
Shouldn't those be reversed?
The deal is more of kind of a gray area because he could potentially ask for so much in return.
We don't
and it could also
we don't know what he would want.
Exactly. It could cost us a lot more.
Well, then be prepared to string your words very wisely. The main takeaway of this is that we can't be sure of what we're walking into. All we can do is be prepared for whatever it brings.
Cold. We know that.
Yeah.
Yes.
And
Henderson will take his cold weather jacket out from his backpack.
if it's anything like it was the last time we were here, I know the hedge changes, but it could be potentially still a fixed layout. Because, I mean, throughout the whole, any time we've either been there or seen glimpses of it, there's always been consistent features. One of them, the pond or the lake or whatever. So, I mean, Henderson, did you, in your notes, did you ever make a layout or a map or anything of the Snow Realm?
I did, but I don't have my notes anymore.
Oh. Shit.
I can try to do something from memory.
That might work. But we'd need, multiple people, because, I mean, if there's multiple people corroborating, then there's less of a chance of, error and, potentially us getting lost. I know the hedge, as I said, the hedge moves around, but if there's a chance that there's a consistent layout, then it might make him easier to find.
Tomo,
Mhm.
you have an understanding of the outdoors, correct?
Not as much as I'd like to admit, but I can try my best.
Could you do me a favor and accompany Lalo, and could you both search the perimeter here quick to see if there is a maple tree or anything close enough to it?
Yeah, I can try and find something. He'll head over to where Lalo is.
He nods at you. And then he looks at all the trees that are surrounding this area. Right. He just pauses and kind of lifts his arm in the direction like, after you.
Well, we're gonna start by... have to start somewhere. And what would be the role to identify a tree?
That is a... I would allow wit survival, or an intelligence survival. Also work, probably an intelligence survival to identify said tree.
Oh boy. Alright. For the record, this is not a luck die.
Oh no, Tomo.
Does Tomo have survival?
Oh no.
No, I've been
Oh
an idiot.
no.
I've been an idiot and haven't gotten any for him. Now I know what I'm getting after the session.
Oh no.
Can
Oh
we
no,
roll a
son.
notice?
Sal has been our survival guy.
Is this why Tomo was trapped in the woods for 8 years? He couldn't
I
find
mean,
the way out.
honestly, at this point, I wouldn't be surprised.
Sal
He was
has,
just
like,
going
7
around
dice for survival.
How many dice does Sal have?
7.
Oh, wow, shit.
Yeah, you,
Can we
only,
roll-
Boy, wouldn't it be just real helpful if, Sal overheard this and was like,
Yeah, he didn't.
yeah, wouldn't that be awesome, you know, if he just did?
Well, there
I'll
is
be
a
right
large
back.
group of people. We could point out the crowd.
Lalo.
Nat wishes to assist.
You see both your boys just kind of standing there staring at the nearest tree like, yep, that's a tree.
That's so
I've got
funny.
got some survival. That might help.
There you go.
Hey.
You don't need Sal.
You rescued the boys. You're like,
I
guys,
imagine Natalie like starts saying something, and then one of them's like, "Oh yeah, that, yeah."
Yeah, just like, yeah, I totally do that.
I just wanted to give you a chance, Natalie. No.
you just walk by real fast. It's like, that's a pine.
Tomo kind of looks over to Nat, and Lynn looks to Lalo, and then
Lalo
just
looks-
shrugs.
Yeah.
I like how
Lalo
no-
will return that shrug and follow after Nat.
They were in the forest in the near where I would pitch camp with my parents. And she'll list off until she find a maple.
Go
Or
ahead
something
and
close to
do
a
an
maple.
extended intelligence survival roll to find a maple.
If Nat describes what they look like, could I possibly roll as well?
Help me.
Go for it.
Yes. Or I could just help if she gives a description. How about let me just help. Let me just help Nat. Would that be allowed?
Like
You
how-
can help, yeah.
I like the idea that
Okay.
Henderson is just quietly saying, "I don't see you." No one knows what he's doing.
Is it still intelligence survival?
That is an intelligence survival, yes.
Alright, well, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to give you anything, Nat, but we'll see.
+1 die from Lalo.
Oh,
Hey, I got 6.
well, at least you
Ah,
got
shit.
something.
You guys, the group Oh shit! I just moved a wall.
Uh-oh.
It wiggled.
There is a hedge.
Whoa! Who just?
I somehow inexplicably have control over the NPCs because I think you gave all of us control over them.
Yeah.
When we were moving them last session, yeah.
Here,
Yeah.
Cease, you savages. Got this.
Oh my god, guys, stop failing.
It's okay. I'm moving.
Listen.
All of you are trash.
Stop it. Oh!
I'm moving everyone as a group just so it's easier.
Okay.
I like Lemon's tiny question mark.
I love that. That's adorable. Ooh.
Ooh, what's this?
You guys may roll one more time.
Do I get any?
Let me roll.
Oh my god.
You get +1.
Hey.
Reroll. Roll again, Nick.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
You guys look her.
I hate having to ask. Oh!
Roll 2 more times.
That's true. That's true. Does that mean I roll 8d10 or just 2d10?
2d10.
Oh.
I hate having to get pity die.
I mean, I'm not a fan of the fact that gods hate you, and I don't know what you did to them.
I don't know.
You guys circled the area, and you're about over here where Lalo is. They're all pines thus far.
Yeah. Either can that see like River and Sal over there with Omega?
Yep.
River and or Sal, what do maple trees look like?
I'll roll.
Biology.
Sal,
No, it's not
Survival.
biology.
What do you mean? How is that not
Can I-
biology?
What do you mean? How is that not biology?
Plants are biology. What do you
Yeah,
mean?
it's a living thing.
Oh, okay, I
It's
guess.
the only time I argue for bullshit rolls.
I'm sorry, my
forever.
mind said anatomy instead of biology.
Oh,
That's
biology.
Sal. No, I got 2 successes.
You guys can.
What would I be rolling?
Just have Sal yell Canadian flag at them.
I would allow either
It's canon. I yelled it.
a intelligence survival, or since you have biology, you can do intelligence science.
Yeah, more
Oh
like
my god.
geology, or is that something else?
That's rocks.
Oh,
It's
I
her
suppose.
it's rock.
All right, Sal, you may add +2d, another 2d10. Go.
Okay.
I just
Fucking-
myself.
Canadian
Sal
flag.
yells
Sal-
out the Canadian flag, and then just River is just like slightly miffed because that's where she was.
No, I imagine River nods.
Yeah.
She gave him a bonus.
Oh
so.
no, I'm completely wrong. That is not the branch
That's
of
lizards.
science that he
Herpetology
agreed.
is lizards. 'cause
That's
herp-
amphibians.
I know
Yeah,
lizards.
you guys hear Sal yell back, Canadian flag.
That should actually be helpful, though, to be fair.
The leaf.
Yeah.
Lalo tries to remember countries. One moment.
Eat a leaf.
Oh my god.
Lalo remembers what Canada's flag is. Good for him.
Good
Hmm.
job.
You guys
Thank
now
you.
have
Are
Plus-
those roles Henderson trying to overcome socially small?
Yes.
Oh no!
You realized Theo was missing a while ago, and I typed out, "Hey, Theo was missing," and then no one responded to it. So I was like, "I'm gonna go with this." He's typed 2 more times. "Hey guys, where's Theo? Where's Theo?" And no one- I wasn't
I
gonna.
like how
interrupt.
I love how Lemons is so just giant and oblivious to Henderson's smallness that he's right next to him and doesn't hear it.
No,
He just ignores he exists.
he
Natalie get a +4 from Lalo.
he hasn't noticed that
fuck.
Theo's gone, and I keep failing my roll.
So that means he just no. I mean, like he's right next to Henderson who's saying this, and he just ignores he exists.
Selective
Yeah,
ignoring.
and then he's just finding it out for himself, like, oh shit, Theo's gone.
That was
Yeah.
so
And then fucking
also-
Lemons is probably gonna say it.
Okay, there we go, there we go.
All right. As you guys realize Theo's gone, Natalie, Tomo, and Lalo finally find a fucking maple.
Huh.
Thanks, Sal.
You get a thumbs up, but you don't notice it because stone walls.
There are maples here?
I guess.
That's
kind of-
ordinary.
Yeah, it's kind of extremely lucky and coincidental for the situation.
Do you guys look around?
Yes.
Well, I'm mainly referring to, I suppose those two. What you guys notice while looking out there, now that you're actually paying attention to trees, is they're not all pine trees. There's actually, the deeper you go in here, it's a large variety of trees. And some of them are, like, not even close to in the right area of where they should be for the climate. So, like, you find in the middle of, like, some of it, there may be a palm tree or something like that, and it's like, you don't belong here.
Well, do we just, like, cut a bit off, I guess?
Well, I suppose if we're gonna have to use this against him if it comes to it, we might as well fashion it into some sort of weapon.
Like, we can chop off, like, a larger section and then make spears out of it? I don't know.
Possibly, yeah.
I didn't think that today I would not only get a call from the widow of the man whose life I helped end, but I would also have to deal with the fallout of a major team blowout, and then have to plan the death of my superior who saved my life.
Mid your talking, Lalo just gently pats you on the shoulder, then using his blades, he just chops off one of the branches.
Oh my god, I love that.
Well, you are a sweetheart. Don't ever change.
Others have told me otherwise.
They are correct. They are correct. Wait.
You said others have told me otherwise, which means
others have told me otherwise.
No, it's too late.
I thought,
Canon. It's too late.
No, it's not,
too late,
because
canon.
I misheard it. Shut up.
Exactly. I mean, to be fair, though, he does not act offended if you say that.
Well, what if Natalie misheard?
She would
There
not
you go.
say
It's
that.
good. Natalie misheard.
No, she would
No,
not
it's
say
too
that,
late.
because
Too late.
no. Fuck you, Kareem.
And
You are
to
doing
be
this.
fair, Shark, if she does say that upon mishearing him, he is wearing a mask, mind you, so his voice is muffled. He just kind of does a neutral nod, like that's fair.
Oh no.
She would not say that.
Too late. The gods
I'm
have
standing
spoken.
by it. She does not say this because I am a weakened coward.
Coward!
And we-
Coward!
And we have had too
Burn the
much
coward.
emotional trauma today, so
No.
she does not say that.
Come on, let me have this character interaction.
No.
No.
Oh fuck.
That
No.
is the coward flaw. No.
Hey, Bree, our phone's working now.
Phones are not working.
Oh, so Lemons probably gets a return text that just says message not sent.
It's at this point that Aisha also realizes that he's not there. Everyone?
I don't know where he is.
Where do you see Theo over there?
Oh shit. No.
No.
Fuck. Oh, fuck! He's gone into the. He's gone into the thing.
We need to go.
Yeah, we do.
Tomo will quick break off a branch.
Branch also.
Actually, no, he'll break off a few more for everybody.
Alright, you guys collect branches.
Yeah.
In any other context, I would find that ridiculous.
I could attempt
Go
to
ahead.
whittle
How
myself
many
and-
branches do you break up?
Probably enough for everybody. Aside from Lalo and Nat, because they already got theirs.
Alright, you do not have time to get one for everyone.
Okay.
ahead,
How many
roll
do I?
a-
Yeah.
1d6.
Nat gets 2 branches.
Where?
Branches for?
They,
Fighting bow.
Oh, fighting bow. Okay.
No,
You
no.
have 2 branches.
Okay.
So there are 5 branches total.
Wait, was that in character? The whole fighting bow thing?
No.
I was about to say, Sal would be like, oh, we're killing him.
Oh yeah, because nobody's fucking told Sal like what we're doing first.
A+ positive, we're murdering this guy.
I mean, yeah, he's pretty much on the kill train right now, so.
Alright, so y'all group up. The science kit gets cleaned up. Omega has now bonded with Sal and River.
Proud pat on his head.
He has a point on his head.
Not directly on the top.
Oh.
Nope, it's too late. She's tall enough, she's a giant.
It doesn't mean she's taller than like a
This is probably the
supernatural
only
monster.
person she's. Omega's probably the only person she's ever met. She has to look up to look at his face.
Absolutely.
No, Lalo is huge, isn't he?
Lalo's not that huge.
Oh.
He's tall, but he's
Yeah, I don't think we've
He's
met
not a
yet.
giant.
no.
I thought he was, that's my bad.
He's 6 foot 4, I believe.
Oh yeah, he's taller than
Hey! We'd be eye to eye.
Somebody's found a height buddy.
Get out of here, Shark.
High fives the fictional son.
Shark, you're too huge for rooms.
No, I'm not.
I'll show you.
Tell that to all the rooms he's been in.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Hey,
Get fucked.
Shark starts listing out rooms.
I've been in the
Stop.
I've been in the
Steve.
smallest house in Europe without
Yes,
banging my
we're
head.
witnesses.
So get fucked.
Alright, so everyone groups
How
up.
much did you have to squat over?
Who gets sticks?
Any.
Tomo would take one for himself, and then he'd give one to Sal and Henderson.
That would
But-
be like, I'm not great with weapons.
Well,
Also,
and-
you have cold iron punches, don't you?
Yeah, and then Tomo looks at Sal when he says that, and he's like, "Well, that's not what we're gonna try first. That's not what we're gonna try first. So if everything goes right, we won't even have to use it."
That doesn't. That doesn't make any sense logically. If we're going to, I am not the
going to-
person.
We're going to try and talk to him first,
No,
and
no,
if things go bad,
I understand that, but I still don't think I would be the one to give the weapon to.
Is anyone better at it than you?
you're a club.
I already have cold iron.
Well, he might be a true Fae, and this might be his weakness.
I should take my spare.
Aisha takes it and puts it in a belt loop.
There
Give
we
it
go.
to Lemons. All he has is a knife and no cold iron.
He has
Did
a
we
cold iron
just
knife.
learn this weakness?
Oh, your knife is cold iron, Lemon?
He's got 2 knives.
Both
is
cold iron?
No,
When
one
you
is
say
cold
that-
iron, the other one's a normal knife.
You
Okay.
say that, Lemons takes out his
Henderson.
knife and he's like, haha.
Oh.
Yeah, what Henderson said. Give your lemons, Tomo.
Give your lemons, Tomo.
Give your spare to lemons, Tomo.
Gather your
Lemons.
limbs.
Did I cut out
Pulls
there?
lemon. It pulls out.
you
multiple-
must have just a little bit.
Oh.
Pulls out many lemons out of pocket. Well, okay.
Hey,
Hey.
Aisha.
Hi.
Aisha.
Shit. Yes.
So we got this maple, right? Is it going to be as effective as cold iron or more effective? How does this work?
We don't know.
We don't even know if this is his weakness.
It is a theory. We're having it just in case.
Just in case works. Could someone help me whittle this into something pointy?
Yeah, I can. I will be your backup diamond.
Thank you.
I will do the rolls for this. Do I have bonuses for using a knife? I don't know how that works. That doesn't make sense. Never
No.
mind.
Just like
Look,
take the little leaf, put it on the knife.
Right.
sounds this close.
Dangerous knife.
I actually was thinking about that. I was like, I could probably, but then I was like, that's too stupid.
Oh, if we brought this back, I could distill maple.
You just make
little
bombs
little
out of
grenades, yeah.
Can I
That's
do a
just
roll to
maple
assist
syrup.
you? I have 1 tiny craft.
it. Go for it.
Think of all of the bombs we can make with our syrup.
You may assist.
You have
Oh
one.
wow, let's hope there's
Do
one
it.
seed.
Do it.
Oh,
Damn.
all my help this session has just been bombed.
I'm
I
gonna-
did not mean to click that.
What roll are we doing?
Henderson
That
is
was
still
just a
trying to get
Crafting.
attention.
You guys,
I don't know. But
you guys work to whittle the
The whittle knife.
the widow,
knife.
And then, soon after, begin to pursue out towards the area in which Cheney and Aisha had once gone, and you see as the ground slowly shifts from dirt to snow.
Well, time to kill him.
Mm-hmm.
And you end up in a familiar area. This is where we're gonna leave off.
Oh my.
Yes.
That is his fucking theme.
Yes,
Is that as derailed as you thought the session would be with those phone calls?
if anything, it made it better.
Mm-hmm.
Also, can I just say before we get into like EXP and what was learned and whatnot, can I just say that I love the thing that brought Henderson back into the fold was like planning and like being smart about things.
Did somebody say filing?
Yeah, here he is just like, oh, nobody needs me, and the second he's like, wait a second, shit.
Planning things.
Planning is his third son.
I love how this little circle looks like an eye.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. I set that up and no one ever said anything. I was like, okay.
That's like the first thing I said.
Yeah.
We noticed it like the last session.
Wow, Kareem, you're
Yeah.
so smart. How did you figure that out?
We were trying to figure out what all of the little pools of water said, but
I don't think
guess
anyone
we're
actually
not
like specifically
gonna.
mentioned the eye though. Like I
No.
think it was noticed, but no one said it. Because I remember thinking, why didn't anyone notice the eye?
Definitely said it.
You did
I
not.
don't. I don't think anyone said it at all.
Oh my god.
So I
For
think
the
somebody
false
meant.
credit.
I think somebody mentioned it last session.
I typed it this session too.
Oh.
What is?
I'm going to the roll. I'm gonna go in the log, damn it.
What are these lies that Andrea stabs?
It's almost like she plays a chronic liar named Lemon.
No.
Named Lemon.
No, there's
It is
an S
I,
at the end.
Lemon.
Come on.
His eye, Lemon.
Plural lemon.
It is I, the citrus guy.
The citrus guy.
Why'd you become a pony?
Alright. Why? I don't know. I panic picked an avatar, okay? Lemons, what'd you learn?
I learned that Henderson's pent up anger can get the best of him.
Natalie, what'd you learn?
That despite the fact that she apologized to him about it, Henderson will use her past mistakes as weapons against her emotionally.
To be fair, Henderson was using everything within reach as a weapon.
No defenses until we get to what Henderson learned. This is her internal thought process. The internal thought process cannot be debated.
The dad butts into the thoughts.
He's just like,
whoa. Leaves notes. Whoa.
Reading daughter's diary. What is this?
Excuse me. I never. All right, she didn't.
Toma, what'd you learn?
You learn that maybe he shouldn't try and fix everything because usually when he tries to fix something, it breaks.
Oh no, Tomo.
Oh no.
Henderson, what'd you learn? Zoomson.
Henderson learned that Sal sided with Cheney.
This is a surprise. How?
Yeah. This is assuming, and I know we didn't RP it, but I'm assuming Henderson has at least given Sal a gross look before during this, so he wasn't on his side really during this trip.
Yeah. No, I'm just like Henderson is emotionally compromised. He's filtering everything through a rage, so basically he has categorized Sal as on Cheney's side.
Fair.
This is friend. This is foe.
That's how he measures a bitch.
What we got here? Sal, what'd you learn?
Sal learned a lot.
He learned how to make a beaker volcano.
Yes, that's it. Nothing
No,
else.
no, I am not taking that.
Nope, that's all you
learned
get.
so much more. Get the fuck back here.
Bree's been waiting for this for like 80 sessions, and I'm like, nope, Sal learned how to make a volcano.
Thanks, self.
Oh no.
Hi.
Now I am the GM of her.
Oh my god.
So first, I guess I'll do chronologically. Sorry that I'm gonna take up some time. First, he learned his dad He learned he doesn't know if he really wants to see him now. Because although he clearly had guilt and cared, it was still a lot of making excuses. And a lot of being a little shit. And also it was very clear to him that he only remembers child Sal. And never ever checked in is what it feels like. So he's like, yeah.
Not ideal.
Huh?
Not ideal.
Not ideal. Then Henderson. He learned that that man's breaking either needs to be fixed or removed.
Hasn't that been like every other session? That's what Sal learns.
Before it was always, oh, like he needs help. But now it's like, oh, like he's gonna get us killed. And then he learned. He didn't learn, but he is more solidified in the fact that Levins is a supernatural monster that has no feelings. Cheney is also just as bad, not just as bad, but almost as bad. Well, no, yeah, probably worse in some places and just as bad and better in some places. Henderson. And finally, River's human.
So what we decided this session is that Henderson and Cheney are bad and River is in.
No, yes, they're not in anymore.
Friendship ended with Henderson. Now River is ready for his friend.
Oh my god.
It's not that they're bad. It's just that like a better way to word it is like Cheney like I need to talk to you.
Cheney, you gremlin.
And Henderson, I'm not going to talk to you, but someone needs to deal with you, and I'm not. That's basically it. Sorry, go on, next person.
Theo.
Hello.
Hello. You have escaped, and we will talk about it. But what have you learned?
Learned a bunch of stuff. He learned it's getting harder and harder to hold on to the people he cares about and try and help with them with their problems. He learned there's a lot of anger and resentment floating around that nobody's really addressed until right now, and it all turned into a big, horrible thing. The most important thing he learned was he learned which way he needs to go now.
Theo.
Oh.
For boyfriend. Theo, we're gonna have to demote you. Gonna have to do a big talking to.
You're gonna have to fucking find me first, losers.
Theo's fucking gone, dude.
Yes, let me go in the hedge alone. Always a good idea.
Always show for boyfriend. River, what'd you learn?
I like how you pronounce that.
Okay,
boyfriend.
so in threes, Henderson needs to learn to hate Cheney silently, like she does.
He hated her silently for like 4 months. He just needed a little outlet.
Let her have her thoughts.
Just wait for her to slip up and shoot her. next
Oh my
one.
god. Yeah, solve your problem like River, everybody. Put a bullet in it.
Exactly. Let her have her thoughts.
She's going to have to come up with an incredible argument to work things over with her father. Keep that funding going. And lastly, that Sal is tolerable.
Daddy,
I'm glad you used
I
the
need
word
my
tolerable.
money, Daddy.
Her reaction.
Papa!
Her reaction to his
Father,
call
this is not
was my
ideal.
favorite fucking thing. By the way, you can end recording. We're done here. Her reaction to Lester's call is everything I hoped it would have been.
The gift made it perfect.
It did. It's
Yeah.
like nothing strikes fear into River like the idea of her father cutting her allowance. That is the richest rich kid thing I could ever hear.
Daddy, it's very important, Daddy.
Daddy.
I need the money for the research, Daddy.
You don't understand my research, Daddy. I need money.
I shifted my focus of research, Daddy.
It's not ending in daddy.
What the fuck is that accent?
Daddy.
Josh, is that not how you say daddy?
Daddy.
Daddy.
It's a daddy. Daddy.
There's no A in it. It's a
Give me my
fucking
allowance,
E.
Daddy.
Daddy.
There's no A in this dad. There's an E.
Daddy.
Give
Diddy.
Daddy.
I love Shark's fucking reaction. I can't deal with it. Shark goes home to his parents. Daddy.
Daddy, I'm a lot of money, Daddy.
They know about our secret accents.
Diddy, why have you stopped giving me mini?
I can hear anyone else say it, but fucking Angie. It's just I don't know the way she says it. It's like
Daddy.
Diddy.
Angie sounds warped. Like the sound's like warping a little bit.
Oh my god.
Diddy?
Daddy. Daddy, it's very important, Daddy.
I can't believe that Angie voice acts River.
So sorry.
I can't believe Angie was a secret British aristocrat all along.
River was here all along.
Was I?
Daddy, when am I going to get my money, Daddy?
Angie.
In canon, because Angie is actually River, that River is actually a secret chat room gremlin.
God, no.
And River's the least gremlin person on planet Earth.
Not according to this, apparently.
Yeah, this new reveal, the lore has thickened.
This new
No, this is
reveal
just
of
young
the truth
River.
Yes, this was a younger.
When she was young, she was a little gremlin.
Daddy, I want to study wolves, Daddy.
What kind of money is that going to make me, young one?
Look at my persona, Daddy.
I want to write a research paper, Daddy.
I don't know why I made him sound like Kevin from fucking Shark Tank. Where's the money, River? I need number.
I want to advance the scientific community, Daddy.
River's like.
Daddy, did you get my data, Daddy?
River's like,
My
why?
data.
River's like, why didn't you come to my graduation? He's like, I'm out. You're not showing me the money.